former President Lyndon Johnson said before he was president. If you can convince the lowest white man that he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice that you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you. That quote is what Donald Trump is using to motivate his base. The colored man that he has his supporters looking down upon are immigrants. Then you may ask, but his supporters aren't just white. It doesn't matter. They feel they're better than those colored immigrants coming over because they're United States citizens, born here, and they have adopted the mantle of what Lyndon Johnson said. So, the emptying their pockets is taking place. Trump stands in front of his crowds and to the nation and says, tariffs are a beautiful thing. Now, Kamala Harris says, I'm going to tax the rich. Trump is saying, I'm taxing everybody, including you. And I'm taxing the things you say you can't afford now. Food. I'm taxing steel. I'm taxing everything. Well, we get a lot of our food from foreign countries. So people are complaining about the price of food at the grocery store. But Trump supporters are going to vote to increase that. People complain about the price of housing. We import a lot of lumber. Trump supporters are going to vote to make it higher. And you can go on and on down the line because Trump says the countries that he's putting tariffs on their products are paying the tariffs. The only way these countries are paying the tariffs is if when you go to the checkout counter at whatever store you're in, if there's an official from that country meeting you at the checkout counter to pay for that increased cost caused by a Trump tariff, you're paying the increase. The companies aren't going to eat the tariff. When the product comes into the country, the importer of the product, based here in the United States, pays that tariff tax to the United States government, to the Treasury. So the tariff is paid to the Treasury by a U.S.-based importer. Once it's in the Treasury, what is Donald Trump going to do with it? Now, do you see what's happening? You are paying an increased cost of whatever the product is, rice. The importer of the rice paid the tariff to the United States government. Once that funds from your pocket that's already stressed gets into the Treasury, Donald Trump can send it wherever he wants. Maybe he'll, send it up to his billionaire buddies in the form of some sort of a tax plan that siphons the money out. You mean the Supreme Court gave him unprecedented powers? So, people, wake up. You're taxing yourself. You're voting to increase your cost of living, which is what you are complaining about every day. So, when you get ready to go in that voting booth and you get ready to flip that lever or punch that Chad out or however you vote a color in that circle, just remember, when you color it in, it's attached to your bank account. Because tariffs can hit you many ways. If companies decide they're going to eat the tariff and not pass it on, that lowers their profit margin. Lower profit margins means less funds available for that company to pay, guess what? Your salary, your wages. So what if they have a downturn? People can't afford this. Guess what happens? Maybe you get laid off. Think about what you are hearing and the effects of it. You could just be voting yourself to the unemployment line. Feeling good because you feel superior to that person being demonized does nothing for your bank account. And it may, in fact, drain it.